Okay, so the main card for UFC 261, the welterweight title, Kamaru Usman versus Gamebred Jorge Masvidal. And holy shit.
Yep. Very all right. Just what a great card to begin with. Super action packed. Love to have the crowd back and finish after finish after finish. Now, did we want to see who got finished get finished? Maybe not. But it was still a good fight.
Yeah, it was a crazy card.
Amazing card.
And, okay, I think we should just be transparent. Like, first off, we are Jorge Masvidal fans.
Yes, big time.
Big time. And, yes, I feel like Kamaru Usman is not the most likable fighter.
No. He's like the king of the switch up. It's like when he's in different groups of people, he's a different person. He's like the ditto of UFC fighters.
He's a little disingenuous. Like, he's like that friend in high school, that's really only friends with you because he's like, but he's that friend that comes up to you and he's like, he always has a secret to tell you, right? And he always talks in whispers. He's always like, yo, I gotta tell you something. And it's always about other people.
And it's like, dude, is he saying that shit about me?
Exactly.
I feel that.
That's exactly the type of energy I get from Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, fuck those types of dudes.
Exactly. Exactly. But the man is undeniable.
Yeah. So we were talking about it earlier. It's pretty undeniable that Kamaru has experienced great growth since leaving Sanford MMA. I mean, you can't get any better than Trevor Whitman, really. If we were to look at Kamaru's game as a whole before Trevor, it's obvious that he's grappling centric. Amazing, phenomenal wrestler. Always dominates the ground exchanges. Always dominates the grappling and clinch exchanges. So the only thing he could really improve on was his striking. So what did he do? He went to the freaking wizard of punching. And that is Trevor Whitman.
Yo, Trevor Whitman. Oh my gosh.
He made a monster out of him. I mean, to win that Gilbert Burns fight with just a jab, and to go into this fight with Masvidal, who is such a decorated striker, in terms of his skill, and to knock him out, that's such a big deal.
Yeah, I think you could already tell, like, right in the beginning, the way that he was throwing that freaking jab.
Yeah.
Like, he was switching it up from head to body,
Yeah.
head to body. And it was just, you could tell that it actually, like, did some damage, right off the bat.
It did. And then Masvidal kind of acknowledged that he was getting touched. Yeah. He was smiling a little bit. He's like, all right, let's go. And it's not to say Masvidal wasn't looking sharp out there. He was actually really light on his feet. Very good at managing his distance, getting in and out. He even countered really well because even though Kamaru's been working on his striking, he still has this habit of overcommitting to the shot, right? So after he throws a power right hand, he's off balance. He's never on the center line all the time. And so Masvidal was able to capitalize on that in a few exchanges. He would just pull back, counter left, pull back, short right, just tag up Usman just a little bit, but nothing too damage-wise.
No, but,
yeah.
I mean, a big question. I mean, that first round, though, we got hyped because Jorge, got taken down. Exactly like what we thought. He was getting touched up with the jab, and then Kamaru goes in, kind of like hits him with the 1-2, and then goes for the takedown.
Yeah, after like a failed flying knee.
Yes, exactly. And then takes him down, and then we thought, oh no, this is where it's going to be.
Yeah, this is where it's going to get ugly.
Surprisingly, I think Jorge did pretty well.
No, he did really well. He shrimped his way all the way back to the cage. He kept like a half butterfly guard, left foot on Kamaru's right leg, and he's able to post up pretty well. And he started landing strikes from the bottom that looked pretty threatening, like those elbows. Yeah, from posted up off of his left hand, he was just throwing elbows. And then
blades.
Yep, and then eventually was able to get up off of that.
Yeah.
So like, oh shit. Maybe this fight's going to be really, really good.
Game changer.
And then round 2 happens.
And then nope.
And then we're just like, nope. The Lord giveth.
And Lord taketh away.
Circle of life, baby. That's what this card has been. The circle of life.
Yeah.
But I mean, so let's just go over the knockout sequence. Kamaru starts pressuring George. And George, not new to pressure, right? He's very good at fighting off his back foot. So backs him up to the cage just a little bit. Kamaru goes in with a jab, but instead of jabbing all the way, he takes George's right hand, pulls it down so there's no defense for a laser beam of an overhand right.
He put his body
he was trying to hit someone at the back of the audience with that punch. Like, he just went completely forward like a freaking freight train. and you know, just knocked the soul out of Masvidal.
He was like, you know, in those mech animes where they have the freaking rocket punch.
Yes,
it was rocket punch times 500.
Yeah, it's like that one punch that the main character uses to defeat the villain.
Yep.
And he's like waiting the whole episode to use this punch. That was the punch that Kamaru used.
And it put Jorge out, and I mean, none of us have ever seen Jorge.
No. I mean, the world hasn't seen Jorge put out like that. You know, that was the only time he's actually been knocked out. He's been finished once before by a reverse triangle in 2009, was it? 08, thank you, Chris. But, you know, he's never been knocked out until today. And it was crazy because I think by all means, George could have probably just stepped away from that overhand right or slipped it, but it was because he was committing to a check hook to try to knock out Kamaru. And unfortunately, Kamaru's entrance speed was just too fast. That check hook was never close to landing.
Can we just talk about like the way that Kamaru, he's improved on his striking so much so that he's so fast with all of his strikes.
Yeah, he's
now.
so quick.
He's so put together.
And then you were saying something earlier where he's always like complaining about injuries. It's like, is he really? You know?
He had a broken nose at one fight.
He has to walk downstairs backwards.
Yeah, but then you see these performances and you're like, where? How?
I don't know about that, Chief.
I don't know.
Don't know about that.
But
you know, congrats, Kamaru Usman. You know, even though we wanted to see George win, does not take the fact away that you're an excellent champion and turning into one of the most complete fighters in the UFC. Yeah. Let's face it.
And I think Dana did say that Covington 2 would be in the cards next, so I think that'll be good.
His words were saying one thing, but his face was saying another after that fight.
Oh, Covington?
Where it's like, let's go! Let's go!
There was fear.
There's fear. He's probably like, wow, I've never seen my boy knocked out like that.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know about that, but yeah, this next fight, I think, Covington has to freaking train because, he's getting better and better. And Trevor Whitman is a mad scientist right now. He is like making his fighters just like genetic monsters.
Yeah, just creating just demons within the octagon. And you know what? Like, let's just face it. Like, Kamaru's now fighting guys that he's already beat once before. Like,
he said it. He's lapping them.
He's lapping people. So now Colby's potentially the second person to be lapped.
Yeah.
Either way, looking forward to the fight. Good job, champ.
You're a problem.
I guess you're a problem.
I'm a problem. 170s, get ready. I'm a problem.